I think I'm just getting into it. No stream starting soon because I got like an hour, so I'm gonna try to do 3 runs. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do 3 runs today. See what we can do here. And the final Gauntlet video on YouTube will be going up today. What are my mods? My mods are single chapter, corruption, disease, angry birds, berserker foes. I was on a 1 streak. And I think I played Piper. Played Piper last, right? I'm pretty sure it was Piper. Let me see. It was, okay. So, Bayo. Bayo it is. What's up, Kimon? What's up, Ray? What's up, Tupac? Playing on Bayo. So we're going to try to do a Bayo, Snow Queen, Aladdin. Did I do the right thing? Did I just happen to get chapter 1? I did just happen to get chapter 1. Okay, happy with that. I think I'll just go we'll go shield charge. What's up, Katie? What's up, Fix Warlock? I do get burnt on this game, but I do try to change it up by playing the game in different variations. Like this mini gauntlet has been fun because it makes some things that normally aren't that good pretty good. So it recontextualizes the game a little bit. I enjoy the Gauntlet series as well. But yes, I have played a lot of this game. I still do find it fun. I still do think it is one of the best roguelikes made. But yeah, I've definitely played it a lot. That's a little bit part of the reason why I do have a second channel that I am going to be working on as well. Just because I am sent a lot of games. I do play a lot of other games. I'm not going to make content on everything that I play, but some of the stuff that I think fits stuff that I would like to put on this channel, but I don't. You know, I might make a channel for that. This game doesn't get boring, has a lot of replayability. That is one of the things as well, is I think this game has some of the most replayability of any roguelike. What's up, Professor Cuddles? If there are changes coming more frequently, I mean, I agree. I think more changes would always make it more interesting more often, but it's not like a huge team working on this. And I think like most updates that we do get are pretty good quality updates as well to the game. That like for most people probably bring them back for like 3 weeks to a month. Hey, congrats, Doom. Good stuff. I'm hoping to match you with that tomorrow. I've applied for another thing that I have an interview with tomorrow, so hoping to match you there. But yeah, congrats on that. The faction will help the staleness. Yeah, I do think new factions of enemies are a good idea. Hate to see more changes turn into game-breaking changes. Yeah. I think they do a pretty good job about balancing a lot of this stuff before they ship it. Like, especially bug-wise, we don't really see that many bugs in this game. And when they do, they're like really understandable bugs, like the Wukong being able to, or you being able to transform as Wukong into another character and then get a whole bunch of Horn of Plenty. Like, that just seems like a weird thing on, like, they would have never seen coming. Okay, I have a lot of money right now. So I'm going to sneak this and then go try to spend. Oh, that's nice, Doom. Nice, Max. Nice, dude. It is crazy how long it can take, like, once you get a job to start the job as well. I've had multiple things line up that have been like, hey, we're talking to you. We just need you to, like, sign some paperwork. And, like, that period of time lasts, like, 2 to 3 weeks. And you're like, do I have a job or not? Like, what's going on here, man? You got a new daily game for me? Did I say beanstalk? No, I have I have an interview for a job tomorrow. I'm not going to be streaming any mini Gauntlet tomorrow because well, first off, they actually said they might be turning off our power at any time from 8 to 5 tomorrow. So, partly because of that, but partly because of job interview tomorrow. I think I just buy that. Let's go to these green shards, chest, and then wishing well as well. Bird aggro fix would be awesome. That would be. Thank you. I don't think it's going to be a tough interview. It's not like a... It's not like a super crazy job. It's kind of like a job that carries you through into your next job. It's kind of just a I need more money type of job, not a this is my career. I also think I interview really, really well. Like, I think I answer a lot of questions that I'm not supposed to know the answer to really, really well in interviews. I think that's a thing that, like, some people kind of have and some people don't, but it's not really, like, a bad thing if you don't have it. It's just you probably prepare a little bit more. These are both decent, but I'd prefer both of these in, like, a longer run. Nope. Okay, you came back at a higher rarity. I feel like I should just take you. Like, did you guys ever have a to take like a speech class in high school or college or something, like a public speaking class? Because I'm the type of guy that would, like, prepare my speech but never practice my speech, because for me, like, when I'm public speaking in a scenario like that, if I practice a speech over and over and over and I go over it, what I've done to my brain is created a list of things that I need to hit in an exact order with how I say things. And if I mess up my speech and I don't say something, my brain goes, oh wait, you missed something, what was that? Like, go back and say that. You're off course. where if I just have like the general idea of what I'm talking about, I can just riff through it. Like one of my buddies was really annoyed at me in college because he had spent like 3 days practicing and rehearsing his speech, and I'm like playing Rocket League. He's like, "What are you doing, man?" I'm like, "I'm good." He goes, "You haven't done your speech once," and I'm like, "I know, and I shouldn't. I actually shouldn't." It's going to be bad, man. Hope it's something I'm interested in. It's something that like it's like a moving job, like just kind of like helping junk removal, people moving homes. It's not the mover aspect of that, but it's like the managing aspect of that, of like where like you're allocating people, you're letting them know where to take things, you're scheduling people, right? So it's like it's a job that like you only have work when there actually is work as well, which I think is good, but potentially means less money if there's not work. But I think there is pretty consistent work. You can put one application and give you best job. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've also heard like recruiters nowadays say that resumes don't do anything because they made the mistake of getting like these AI resume readers to scan resumes, but then people went, okay, let me go find the site that has AI build my resume. So it's just like robots talking to each other. And recruiters have said that like so many resumes nowadays just look the exact same. Like every resume, no matter what the person's experience is, like if they have a whole bunch of experience or if they don't, like they all kind of blend in and look the same, just because everyone's using these like AI resume builders to get through the resume AI scanners. So they're like, yeah, we kind of worked ourselves into a hole there where everything looks the same, man. I refuse to use AI. Same. You actually have one funny story on that. Daily game is called, I'm copying that and I'm going to paste it, and then I'm going to look at it after. Yeah, I think so. 27 now. I test motherboards for a living. That's an easy way to explain that. 27 there with you, but still trying to figure it out. I've kind of gone in multiple different directions a lot, but not using it is shooting yourself in the foot. Well, here's an example of how using it is shooting yourself in the foot. I applied for I was like, I was not using AI. I was just going through my resume and like building a new thing every single time I was applying for a job, right? Like redoing the resume. And then I said, fine, I'll use the AI resume builder. And so I worked as a server in a hotel for a long time, right? Like in a restaurant. And one of the jobs I was applying for said, you need to have booked flights for executives in the past. Now, I have never booked a flight for an executive, but that seems like a really unreasonable thing to have on a qualification for things, because it's like, I've booked flights in the past. I know how to book a flight. Like I don't need to feel like I need to have the job experience to do that. But the AI resume thing said, hey, it looks like you're missing some crucial work experience on here. Should we try to fill it in for you? And I said, sure, go ahead. So it would get like a 98% match. And it took like one of my bullet points of being a server, and it was said like, make sure orders came out on time on customers and had like great customer service, as well as booked flights for the customers. And I'm like, okay. I submitted the resume with that, but I'm like, this is what the AI wants and this is what the AI says we'll get through the AI scan. I'm like, go ahead and do it, man. Go ahead and do it. Breath of Fire is a long game skill. I feel I'd say it's probably a pretty early game skill as well. I probably could have picked Breath of Fire there. Job is pathing? Essentially, yeah. Knowing someone is always the best way. That's kind of what I've been trying to utilize for the past couple of months. Like I've kind of just been calling all of our family friends and and friends and stuff. But I think one of the things that I haven't been doing that I need to be doing is like getting out and meeting more new people. Because I'm kind of just using like all the connections of people that I already know, but I'm not meeting a whole bunch of new people. But the unfortunate thing about that is it's when you're this age, it's always easier to meet people when you feel like you've got something going for you. I'm sure some people that are in my situation understand that. If you're not in my situation with that, that might not fully click with you and be like, what's the difficulty in that? But like, it's a lot easier to go meet people. There's kind of like I'm sure this is easier to explain. There's kind of like a social hierarchy of like what you're doing at a given point in your life and like how easy it is to make connections based off that, even though a lot of that is just like placebo in your head, right? Like it's a thing that doesn't really make sense unless you're in it, but even if you're in it, you acknowledge that it doesn't make sense, but it still just exists. This is single chapter, yes. Yeah, low connection, that's kind of it. That's kind of it. Like, it's just easier to be confident. It's easier to present yourself. It's easier to... You don't even feel like you need to talk about what you do, but, like, if it comes up, you're like, I have an answer that I feel, like, more confident in rather than being like, I have no clue. But to be fair, it's, like, a relatively tough job market for most people in the world right now. So it's also a bit more understanding right now. I actually sneaked that. That's crazy. Go dash cooldown. I think Beowulf is pretty decent in these one chapter runs. Okay, yeah, Doom, you get that, yeah. I'm like, I feel like if you're in a similar scenario to me, then that probably makes a lot of sense. But like to my mom, it does not make sense. Yeah, for me, it's more so like the feeling of being like, you feel like you're aimless. Like, I've done freelancing, right? And I was like working at a hotel for a long time, but I just didn't really feel like I was trying to point myself in a direction, but I just didn't feel like I was meeting the mark on like pointing myself in a proper direction. And I feel like it's a lot easier to go out and have that confidence, or even if you're at like the bottom of the totem pole of what you're doing, you're like, I'm going in this direction. I feel like that just makes it a lot easier to meet people or make those new connections. I'm an Aladdin one-trick pony. That's like one of the best characters to be a one-trick pony on. Healing fountain? Shards. Let's see. Healing fountain? Photogenic, that's like the most fun character to play in the game though, so I get it. I did record a more co-op Gauntlet with straight arrow. We'll be posting the regular Gauntlet tonight. And then more co-op Gauntlet after that. We did 2 more runs. Let me just say, co-op Gauntlet gets dicey. It gets dicey. I feel like I can't lose this on Beowulf right now. I feel like as long as I play... Oh, chat's not on screen. You're right. Thank you. Welcome back, guys. Wait. Yeah, okay. Welcome back, guys. Psyched for the final Gauntlet run? Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens, right? It is a Scarlet run, and I have notoriously not done well on Scarlet runs. But notoriously, I think I've also, like, this isn't spoiling anything, I think I've ended all my Gauntlet runs on Scarlet. Like, currently this one, if I win through this, will also, like, this would be a Scarlet final. That hits. Blazing Runes is definitely a more long-term thing to take, unless I get crit damage right now. Dude, I could reset my build. Wait, I have to find a key. Damn, man. Check if there's a stone right here. There's anything they could do to redesign Stone Quest. It would make it feel very similar to the rest of the quests, but like if they actually just made the quarries POIs when you have Stone Quest, like if one of them was a bigger one and you had to go to both, like say this was your Stone Quest, like this was a quarry and this was a quarry, and you would get like a vision tower or a chest in here along with the stone. It's an idea. Oh my god. Yeah, Frank, I 100% agree. They should put back the like key spawns near the boss. Like, I spent so much time, all this knowledge is now worthless. I spent so much time learning key spawns on this map and like where every single key could spawn. And like knew how to find the key. And that was like a skill that's lost now. We used to have to know that stuff. Never an in-between. Yeah. It kind of is hard to have just like an average run on Scarlet. You normally have a really high or just like a miserable time trying to do damage. Isn't Stone Quest defense the easiest to compensate? That is true. Stone Quest is probably the easiest to defend out of all of them. So maybe that is balanced. What about more dream shards? Feels like I rarely do it. Well, I do think as well in 5 negative modifiers, like there was the Carmilla run that I did reset because it was Stone Quest, because the run had Oppressive Nightmare. And you don't need to complete the quest, but like with Oppressive Nightmare, you literally just need to do your chapter 1 quest. And like whether it's trees, straw, or the bean, like that's achievable, but Stone Quest, it just takes up so much time that I was like, I don't know about actually doing this. No. No, we're not talking about that. How about you made it show up on the map, you popped in and picked up the stone. The guy plants a stone and makes a house. Doesn't that sound nice? You just complete quests whenever. That'd be interesting. That'd be like a non-location based. I don't think this is what you're talking about, but like a non-location based stone quest. Like there's a point where you pick up the quest, but you're actually just meant to go gather stone. Like it's not at a single POI. It's all in all the in-between spots. And once you get your 15, dude just plants a house wherever that 15th stone was picked up. And that's where you got to defend. That'd be cool. Oh, you're making a bean joke. Okay, gotcha. Game, this feels like a lot of pigs. That was a lot of enemies, man. Huge sun crown right now. Holy value. think I should be good. Sun Crown's so bad. You really gotta play into Sun Crown to make it work. Like, you have to plan for Sun Crown prior to getting Sun Crown for it to be takeable, I think. In most situations. Water Life was also a choice there, but like having all these legendaries chapter 1. When I think Beowulf kind of struggles for damage against bosses. Stuff, Beowulf.
Taste the victory and rejoice.
Shield charge is an iframe the whole time he's moving, yes. Do I have my counter up? I don't have my counter up. Counter? You up, brother? Counter. Good run. It was a good run. Ten vitality per legendary talent. Maybe 5 vitality, but I could see that. 10 vitality I think would be a lot. Counter, how come you're not up? Let me reload this page and see. There it is, okay. The counter. That way, that way. Yo, anyone a Pokemon Champions or a Pokemon fan and see how ass Pokemon Champions is? Which isn't OP either, so ID game. I feel like though the value of leveling up like every one of your talents once and a potential 90 vitality is a lot. But maybe not, maybe not. You think it's bad? I saw they released it with so many of the mechanics in the actual game that just don't work. Like, it's just a completely different thing. I'm gonna do the slide stuff again. Honestly, looking at it, give me slide. Give me slide and give me dash cooldown. I'm gonna go wishing well. Start this out with money and wishing well. Yeah, give me 2 of these right away.
One for the history books.
I might pass, kind of sad. I would definitely say wait on it if you're thinking about getting. Well, I mean, it's free to play ish, I think. But I'd definitely say wait on it
Takes what is hers.
for reviews or updates. But they decide to do bare minimum. Yeah. It's weird that there's a site called Pokemon Showdown, which is a Pokemon battle simulator that is like better than. I mean, to be fair, that's been up for a long time now, but it's like better than any official thing that they've put out for their game. It's done like, it's kept the longevity of competitive Pokemon alive way, way more than anything that they've actually ever put out. Pigs at nighttime, man. The hell? Slide.
Exactly what I need.
Bro, kind of dominating right now. Just like ROM hacks, that is true. I feel like most of the Pokemon games I've enjoyed, and like, if I haven't played nearly as much as I used to, but I think like all of the enjoyment has come from ROM hacks. Fans literally carrying this IP on their back.
How satisfying.
What's up, Tom? Can't believe Scarlet was the most picked character in the recent recap. I mean, I get like the starting default character being the most picked character, but I also do agree like after you play Scarlet and then the other characters, like what are you going back to Scarlet for? Cool character design, like very, very cool character design. No, the camps, like enemies have the same amount of health. Red camps just have like more chance for having higher amounts of enemies or like elites, but their health pool is all the same. Yeah, that is true. That is true, connection. And what's crazy is they were right on like most things. On like what the actual abilities became. Okay, I do want to get money
Spirits.
for both the Vajra and the Wishing Well. So why did you trigger from there?
Return to your slide.
Okay, it's a wood quest. I think I go start it now. I'm basically level 3. I don't think it'll push me to level 4, but I could probably do some other things prior to turning in the wood.
I must build strong defenses. I need all the help I can get.
Negative force when? Honestly, so sometime later this week or next week. Oh, that was going to that guy.
I'll take all I can carry.
For the channel? That's probably not the name. I don't know what the name will be. What's the difference between mini gauntlet and gauntlet? Mini gauntlet is just me doing 1 chapter runs. The gauntlet is specific for YouTube. Mini gauntlet is specific on streams, but yeah, it's just 1 chapter runs, so that I could, you know, get like 3 done in an hour, 3, 4 done in an hour. Just in an attempt for me to be able to stream more, but not stream really, really long hours in a day. Because I don't have the time for that.
My name shall be remembered through the ages.
Gonna be streaming for a little bit more than an hour, probably like an hour and a half today. Favorite hero? Probably Aladdin. Come back to that with 3 rolls, maybe.
This is exactly what I need.
You think Positive4ce? What would you call it? Like what would the phonetic sound of that channel name be? Franco might have hit it. Phase? How about Phase Ace? And I joined Phase. Where is it, man? Okay, add a new window capture. Real quick, just so I could.
Yo, MC Elmo got something to say about the Sesame number for today. It's the number we're pitching in, that's no jive. It's cool, it's hip, it's fresh, it's fun.
Y'all fuck with this?
Yo, five! Yo,
Y'all fuck with that? That's like the channel theme song or something? Positive face. Positive 8 is speakable. And 4 times 2. Aladdin is also your best hero in that regard. Aladdin is just the character that I have like the most fun on, and I do think he's like incredibly consistent, especially in 5 negative modifiers. I would say there aren't in regular Nightmare heroes being better or worse is like very marginal. In regular Nightmare, like most characters are relatively somewhere in like an S or A tier if you're going to tier them for the most part. In 5 negative modifiers, I do think they start to separate a bit more. I do think Aladdin is pretty consistent in that. Dude, they did cook so hard with that. I'm throwing away money. or I'm getting sued by Sesame Street and I am also throwing away money. But in a different sense. It's one or the other. Do you want to throw money at Sesame Street or do you want to potentially earn huge bucks from having the most banger intro to a channel?
One for the history books. I'll take all I can carry.
Sounds like AIDS. The name?
Destroy my work. I can hear him.
Bro, they called him Elmo Hammer as well. I definitely don't have time to be here. Hi, Goji.
Many thanks, my dark-feathered friend.
I guess I could make a lot of money and then also hand over a lot of money to Sesame Street, and it could be a mutual agreement. Buddy, come here. Why are you running? Look at that body. Okay, you're panicking. You're panicking. I got you. Bro, he kind of looks like MC Elmo. Alright, he does not want to be held. Ever played Elden Ring or Night Rain? I've played Elden Ring. I've gone like 5 playthroughs through Elden Ring. Night Ring is actually a game that surprisingly I bought. I was talking about games the other day that I bought and didn't play, and I said Watchdog Legion's Dragon's Dogma 2. And Night Rain is one of those. I bought Night Rain. I honestly just didn't click with it. Which is crazy. Crazy as a guy who's played so much Ravenswatch to say you didn't click with Elden Ring. But like, I don't play FromSoft games for the combat, to be honest. Like, I think the combat in them is good. I played Sekiro for the combat. But I play them for the exploration. And the to be fair, yes, the boss fights as well, which is part of the combat, but like sprinting through areas and stuff, I realized I don't enjoy in FromSoft games. That hit me.
One for the history books.
Sound construction indeed. We've survived.
Okay, I want to go buy the Vajra. Do I only find this game fun with Nightmare and 5 negative modifiers now that you've played it so much? Sort of. I still do find it fun without that. Like co-op, I still think is fun in like regular Nightmare. But yes, to an extent, just playing the game not with 5 negative modifiers is not as enjoyable to me. Because I have done so many builds like prior to there being negative modifiers of just going through and trying to, like, the first videos I made were me trying to take bad talents. Well, they were like co-op videos, then they were me kind of just like trying to destroy the game, and then it was let me go through and take every talent that I think is like kind of a subpar talent and make a build around it and showcase that. So I have done like so many runs of the game with all of the builds that like regular Nightmare is not that stimulating. I really don't know what to pick here. I think I just hope that I can come back and reroll. Negative modifiers, was that 1.0? That might have been 1.0. I don't think it was the Avalon update, so I think it was 1.0. Joker from Yellow Chest? Gotcha. No, that actually is a good point. Do I think Baba needs a buff? I think it's rare that if you aren't dying to the claws or having like a hard struggle of a fight with the claws, that you're dying to Baba. Like normally the claws of a hard run are the hardest part of said run. So potentially, I do think, and something I do think they might potentially look at in the future, is doing something like a Slay the Spire. You need to get 3 keys to unlock the hidden Act 4, but being like in each chapter you need to do 3 things, and if you do the 3 things you get a potential different boss fight, or a boss fight with enhanced mechanics or something. I do think that is I think there is potential for that. That is on the table with them. Like after they're doing the dev interview, they didn't confirm anything like that, but they just kind of did say that they are interested in experimenting with things like that, and that there is like a lot of experimental things that have not made it out of the experimental phase yet that they want to try. Because it also said there were some things in the experimental phase that haven't made it into the game that they just like completely took out. And that they might bring back, you know, 4 updates from now or something.
I have sad tidings from my sweet potions, Wilford. How delightful.
Well, that is true, isn't it? These were one of those experimental things that they did say they wanted to bring back.
You shall be rewarded, my loyal subjects.
I do think a Nightmare Unleashed treatment, like a revamped moveset or something, like 2 potential different movesets you can get on Baba, could be fun. What's up, Tim? See, we talked about this yesterday, about how the Google Translate thing, like how I'm seeing the Google Translate symbol on messages. And I was like, what is that? Tim said, "What's up, Bubba?" WASSUP BUBBA. Google Translate thing showed up to spell what's up. WHATSUP. It auto-corrected and translated Tim's "was up" to "what's up." That's why I was confused the other day, because I'm like, what is going on? I'd read pure English. Like Madman just typed, "Timmy Tim Tim, what's up?" And it puts the translate symbol next to it for no reason. Would you ever do a Gauntlet with 4-player co-op? Solid duo Gauntlet? The main reason why I probably wouldn't is just that it'd be harder to coordinate.
Prepare to meet your
See, I kind of know Straight Arrow. Like, not personally, but I've talked to the guy a lot. And I would need to get 2 other people that would be up for doing a bunch of runs, 5 negative modifier Gauntlet, that I also trusted their skill level to be able to do it. So that could take a lot.
many thanks, my dark little friends.
I do have a community to make that happen, but I would have to do a lot of like scheduling and stuff with that. But to be fair, at the end of the video that's getting posted today, if that's something you want to see, I'll mention it in the video, but go ahead and like leave that in the comments. And if that's getting like a bunch of thumbs up, it'll be something that I look into trying to make a possibility. Scary.
Nothing will stop me from liberating reverie, not even my own peace.
Bro, what is this?
Fitting entourage to sweep the winter.
Straight Arrow runs or 6 negative modifier? Hey, Straight Arrow's good at the game. Come on, guys. Come on. Straight Arrow's good at the game. To be fair, like, in this next recording, because we did 2 more, I throw a good handful of the amount of time. Like, I think like the whole first chapter, I'm kind of throwing, and yeah, I'm in his backpack. No, I never said I completed the Gauntlet with Scarlet. In the beginning of the video, I say, regardless of what happens, stick around to the end because I'm going to say something. Regardless of what happens. Because if I win the Gauntlet, then the Gauntlet's over. If I lose the Gauntlet is reset to a potential 12 other extra videos, which I know a lot of people are like, that's hype, more Gauntlet. But there's also the idea of like, that's 12 potentially more extra videos, and I want to get feedback on what people think. So I'm not saying I won or lost. in the beginning of the video, I say regardless of the outcome, there is feedback that I want at the end of it. It said thumbs up. The Scarecrow with Fireball should also hit enemies, so we have a reason to kill it earlier. True. Dude, Call Up on Slay Spire 2 is so fun. Thank you, Danny. Appreciate you stopping by stream. Dude, but to be fair, yeah, Straight Arrow has not played a lot of the characters. Like, he's played maybe 4 characters a lot, and he speedruns. Like, I think he's done one 5 negative modifier run on his own. I can't start Slay the Spire 2. I know my life will be over. That's true. Sure, I could message Cyphro about the Gauntlet. Man, spoilers? No, there's no spoilers. There's no spoilers. I haven't said if I've won or lost the Gauntlet. It could go either way. It's still up in the air. I have not disclosed what happened. Tim, how you liking Hades 2?
My name shall be remembered through the ages.
4-person co-op negative modifier would be impossible. To be fair, a 4-person Gauntlet would be 3 runs that we'd have to win. Because there's 12 characters. 4 people playing characters. It would be 3 runs that we'd have to win. So it is a thing that I could potentially do in one night of recording. If we just rip 3 runs back to back. That could be a one night thing. So I'll think about that. Scratching the action roguelite itch very handsomely. Do I think I could beat a run with 10 negative modifiers? Let me beat this boss and then I'll think about that. Do I want to fight this? I'll fight this. Oh, come on. You're just about to be stunned. Dude, I'm kind of like them right now in the way of like feeling an itch that needs to be scratched, but my itch isn't action roguelite, it's just action game. Like, I've been playing Black Myth Wukong again. I want to play Stellar Blade again. Because I did enjoy Stellar Blade quite a bit. For the combat. And the music. The music in Stellar Blade is phenomenal, dude. I listen to that shit when I'm at the gym a lot of times. And I feel like I'm saving the planet. But I also have Alan Wake 2 when I want to play through Alan Wake 2. I have no healing. It might let me one phase. Oh, God. Would love to see videos. I mean, I don't know if I would post like big AAA games on a second channel, but I potentially could if I'm playing through like Stellar Blade or Black Myth Wukong. Well, probably not Black Myth Wukong because I'm already halfway through the game, but I could potentially post videos. I wouldn't post like an entire playthrough on a second channel like that. Like I wouldn't post like a 60-part thing. What am I hoping to get from here? I was probably hoping to get like Black Lotus, like just for this boss, because I'm ending the chapter after this boss, so it's probably looking for Black Lotus. Am I into FPS roguelikes? I haven't played any. I think I play Witchfire, which I don't think is an FPS roguelike, but I don't know. Just beat the boss in less than 60 seconds. Okay. That's a lot of damage. Okay, it was the right play. It was the right play.
I have reclaimed what's mine.
It's crazy that I'm tied for my highest streak on this because I've played so poorly in the mini gauntlet. I have played Gunfire Reborn, yes. I have played Gunfire Reborn. I really did like Gunfire Reborn because it's like playing Borderlands, but very quickly. I forgot to spend at the shop. True. Content creators are always slaves to their audience. What's up, Play a Good Game? How you been playing Wukong? Wait, I was talking about Black Myth Wukong. Are you talking about Black Myth Wukong, or are you talking about Wukong in this mini gauntlet? Because Wukong is still challenging in this mini gauntlet. Black Myth Wukong. So I beat it before. So this is my second playthrough of it. Has there been any boss that's been challenging so far? Honestly, the one boss that I think I first tried the first time I played it that took me a lot of attempts was the dragon on the lake in the chapter 3 snowy area. the hitbox was just like so weird this time around for me. Not the second dragon that you fight, not like the one where you free your boyfriend, but the first one on the lake. That one was like really challenging. And I'm rolling up right now on like the end of chapter 3. But to be fair, like I think I'm playing it so much better this time. I've not died to the bosses that were a struggle the last time I played. I'd love to see me play some non-Souls like action games. I've never played Devil May Cry. No, I played one Devil May Cry. But I never owned a Devil May Cry. It was at a friend's house and I played it a lot. Like, I think I almost beat it at a friend's house. Was it 4? Bro, honestly? No Rest for the Wicked? Ooh, when that game comes out in full, I'm excited for that. I got that game early, like right when it came out. I had put 5 hours into it. It put my PC at like eternal temperatures of like 90 degrees Celsius. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see if this gets optimized. What end did you get on your first playthrough? Wait, are there multiple endings to Black Myth Wukong? I did like the final, like I went through the Pagoda realm, right? And I went to, like I fought Erlang and like the giant guys. Erlang was, that guy was so tough. That's like, Erlang was such an enjoyable boss fight as well though, because that guy has so many moves. Where was I aiming those, bro? What the hell? Well, something that I'd be interested in doing, and I'm not going to be doing it tomorrow, because, again, I have an interview. But I had this idea that I played one game on called Backlog Thursday, where on Thursdays, and again, this is with in mind that my Thursdays don't change and I have free time in the morning on Thursdays, but I would just be going through games, like shorter games that were on my backlog and knocking out games that I wanted to play, but like streaming those for like an hour or two on Thursdays. That's the boss you're asking about? Yeah, dude, that boss was like, I think I died to that boss like a good amount of times, but I remember after like the 15th death or something, I would still see new moves that that boss was whipping out, and I'm like, what is going on here, man? Like, how many moves did they give this guy? Fuck that wall in particular. I did get that wall, didn't I? Early access launch was crazy bad on the Rest for the Wicked. Yeah, I remember. It was just, my PC was not enjoying me playing that game. I think I wanted to... Oh. I don't know if I have the damage to kill these guys. Because he's going to heal. Okay, thank God. Come on, man. It's all my hard work. That hits. Holy shit. Ow. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't pick talent. I don't know why I didn't pick my talent. Could not explain that one to you. I would love it if I could, because it would explain like what my brain was doing and why it was not activating. But I think that's my best explanation to you, is that my brain was not activating. Okay, could have been worse. No longer proud of me. Okay, let's grab the healing. Where is this shit? Oh, it's up there. I'm gonna try to just get the checkpoint up top as well while I'm here. Bro, it's so embarrassing to stream sometimes. The Gauntlet episode I record with Straight Arrow, we're like getting ready to go in on some bird egg. And he just watches me throw my... I have sword Jin, right? So I'm getting ready to throw blades into a bird egg. And I just completely whiff and throw it right into a wall in front of us. And he's like... he's like, man, what was the point of that? I'm like, well, clearly... clearly that wasn't the intended purpose. Controller player, man. That's what happens. Okay, do I have Blood Ritual or do I have Locked Chest? No, I have Locked Chest. Do I have Blood Ritual or do I have Key on the map? Oh my god, what the hell, dude? I had no chance on that. What is this? Are any of these kids dead? No. There might be a 50% heal in there, so let's go check that out. Blood Ritual in greens, it's already there? Why? Why is it in greens? What is this? That's so crazy, dude. That's criminal. That's criminal of Pastec. They ruined the greens. They nerfed our common magical objects. Look at this. This is a whole chapter where I got one common magical object. I have a wishing well, but honestly pick this up and go do the wishing well. Dude, like, I don't get it. Your message was just like the arrow pointing up to Blood Ritual in your greens, but OBS hits me with the Google Translate. It's translating your arrow to be a different arrow. I wish you guys could see what I'm seeing. I feel schizophrenic. I'm like, like, are you guys seeing this? And no one's seeing it. We're actually translate. Oh my god, he didn't catch the... I almost died because of his lack of ability to catch his blade. That's crazy. Oh my god, he does it again! Okay, I need to kill this guy. They are playing their minds out. He ain't gonna catch that shit. I don't trust this guy. I don't trust this guy whatsoever. Oh my god. Nope, he ain't catching that. He's catching it. What's up, F it, F it, F it, F it. F it. What's my shop? I probably should go check the shop. $5 he dies here. He's living. What is my shop? I actually don't remember a single thing. I think the stairs fuck with the return of the glaive. If it goes any lower at any point, it makes it have a lower Z position and screw up the catch. So the dude's literally like holding his hand right here and he can't adjust for like a slight like right here. Dude has terrible hand-eye coordination is what you're telling me? Okay. I die because he has bad hand-eye coordination. That's crazy. They should make it that it comes back and fucking donks him in the head. Okay, I didn't buy anything here. There's no shot I'm picking up a Jack of Diamonds. Is there? Carry me, Sand Vortex. I don't think I'm fighting this menace. Maybe I'm going through the area to get the money, but I don't think I'm fighting that guy. Knights have really slowed down my progress so far. Can you get out of the poison? Yeah, I think Sand Vortex is pretty good for clears. Defense cooldown? Special cooldown isn't bad either, but you can't put multiple out at once, so... That'd be a really cool change to Aladdin, letting you throw multiple specials at once. That'd be like such a subtle buff, but would make a special build be so viable. It would make no sense at all. Like actually doing it. Okay. Top zone kind of sucks. Would be a great talent. I guess that's true. They could try to formulate that into a talent. It's weird. If it gave you one charge as well, like the talent would have to give you a charge. She leashes? Yes. Throw each sword individually. That'd be cool. Gives you 2 charges, but you throw one, like, yeah, you're only throwing 1 blade. Dude, that would actually be, holy shit, that would add so much swagger to Aladdin. Imagine, throw a blade, go backflip over an enemy, throw another blade, have 2 power charges, sword Jin into your first blade, go turn around, sword Jin into your next one. That would be so Aladdin coded. That'd be such a sick talent. Yo, Pastek, if you're listening, 2 blades. You could throw each of them. That'd be so cool, dude. There's 2 of them? Terrifying. I don't want to be in here. Lingering apples. Leash. No shot. No shot. You're not leashing. Actually, don't leash. You have so many questions as to what you're seeing. What? We're doing a really low run. We're trying to be as low level as possible while we beat the chapter 3 boss. I'm fucking with you. We have we're doing 1 chapter runs. I know I could have waited for my next talent, but I feel like having an upgrade there is going to be really good.
We are nearing our goal. I can feel it.
That hits. All bad. I'll take leaping here.
I couldn't have wished for anything better.
That was very not fun, man. Something I forget while watching my vids. Dude, my brain used to be so locked in on this game when I would record videos on like, here's what I gotta be doing and why I gotta be doing it and efficiency. And now a lot of it is just like vibes. Do I want to go overtime to complete this? Yeah, you definitely got to get one. You got to get one. That was really hard to dodge. No way, dude. No way. That looked like a safe spot, man. It looked like a safe spot. Oh, you're still going. Oh, shit. Oh, what? The pivot. I did not realize he pivoted so hard there. Holy. Bro, he's pivoting so much on that move. That was a tough run, man. That was a tough run. Only level 4? No, it is a single chapter run, so it just picked chapter 3. Dude. That was tough. That was tough. Damn. Okay, let me check something real quick. Because I hate ending on a loss. Let me see if I got time to roll one more. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, I have time for one more. Gotta bounce. Cheers. Hey, thanks for stopping by stream. I appreciate you being here. Lack of self-healing. Yeah, lack of self-healing in that boss fight is really tough.
Every river, every stream, every golden path, I shall not rest until everything is still. That's me.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Let's go deep beat. Dude, chapter 3, man. Chapter 3 proving to be very, very difficult in the mini gauntlet. Call it sword juggling. I like it. I really like the talent. I think it's a cool talent.
At least they did not suffer.
Locked in to lose from the beginning. I took deep beat because I just lost that Aladdin run. You know, you don't really get to take deep beat if you're like 6 wins in, but like 1 win or like 0 wins, you take deep beat. I like deep beat too, man. I like it. I like the idea of it. Both are good here. Aftershock kind of staggers a little more. It's me use deep beat more. Thank God that staggered. No, that guy leashed? And he wakes up. Okay. Oh, but with no armor. Yeah, that's cool. I didn't realize they lose their armor still if they leash. Okay, there's a teleport there. I could do full wishing well in a moment. Defense cooldown is strong. Definitely have to consider that. I could do full wishing well now.
Creatures should learn to fear me.
No, man. Why are you hiding off the edge of the screen? Holy. Okay. I gotta get the healing fountain.
May angry waters rise to cleanse the lands of envy.
So I understand the increased attack speed with Wisp Surge, but I also think Backwash just helps keep enemies staggered. Sword John is hilarious. I know it's a mistype, but Sword John is hilarious. John's Fury. That actually might not even be a mistype. You might have meant to type that. Kudos to you if you did. What?
We are the Ravenswatch, and winning this fight is our destiny.
I'm getting bodied, man. I am getting bodied in this run. Not a mistype. Huge. Okay, huge. Sword John. I always like the idea of a talent on Aladdin, like the longer your blades are out, they grow larger. so that they could get more enchantment, that could synergize with Sand Vortex and like pull more enemies in. It could synergize with Dancing Blades and make them even larger. And then synergize with Sword John and make it like hit in a wider radius. I think that would be a cool idea for a talent. Oh. No, man. Controller player moment. Let's get a little bit of armor. I think you just go damage right away. These are all scaling. That's decent enough. Let's go damage and armor.
I have yet to breathe my final breath.
I'll do it for 2 shards.
Come to me, monsters. I will give you a proper greeting.
Damn it, Ulcer. You know, I was actually doing a great job of that in the beginning. Got a big 2 in a row.
I'm like an angry wave. I leave nothing behind.
I'll do it for 2 shards. Anything for 2 shards, baby. Throw on a couple of schmeckles as well.
The death of those corrupted souls saddens me.
Was going to try to burst down the egg, but then saw you.
The skies of Resi mourn your passing.
Just casual cat trying to break down my door. Bro, Deep Beat kind of popping off right now.
Is that all of you? I'm ready for more.
It really did. I really did. I kind of had to win every game for this title to work. Bro, he shot that shit far.
Let's enjoy the silence.
Okay, I'm gonna shut my door real quick. What's up, Utbin? Did you try to do the tumor in the mini gauntlet? You know what? That's actually a great idea. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it in this run, but tumor is actually a great idea because it does give a lot of experience. Like for a one-act run, when it's just about killing the boss of just this act. Maybe I will do it, depending on how much time I have.
The tide is with us! When will this horror end forever?
Yeah, I probably will do it.
The fury of the seven seas be unleashed! No one should control the will of such majesty.
Okay, let's go refugees, then spend. Currently addicted to Slay the Spire 2. Dude, what I'm doing on Slay the Spire 2 is I went on to like a separate save and I wanted to do, it takes 50 runs to beat all the characters on every ascension, right? You have to complete 50 runs to do that. So I am challenging myself to beat all 50 ascensions before having 50 deaths. And so obviously like the first couple ascensions are pretty easy. Like the first 7, for the most part, I haven't lost until like ascension 7 or 8 on most characters. Except for the Necrobinder, which is weird, but I am at like ascension 9 on all characters except for the defect right now, and I think I'm at like 14 deaths. So I'm kind of close to it. Kind of close to doing it. I want to keep my armor. Don't really have too much reason for rerolls, so let's just do this. I just hold down the attack button instead of spamming it. My finger would hurt full run if I did. I don't even know if I realized that you could do that. Did I grab True Ending and Eugenics? No, I still need to. I haven't played Eugenics since beating Hitler 2. So I still have to go through that. Just too many new things that I'm gonna come back to Eugenics and get it at some point, but I'll get back to it someday.
This is a home. Monsters.
Taking some losses when playing STS drunk. F it, let's do tumor.
I have yet to breathe my final breath.
Yeah, I have my main save on STS when I'm like playing co-op. Or when I just want to try like a really stupid run, but then I have the like lock-in save, go 50 for 50. Or go 50 wins before 50 deaths. Which is a fun challenge doing that. I do think it is easier to get Ascension 10 wins in this game. Well, obviously there's no like heart fight. But I think it is easier to get Ascension 10 wins in this game than it is in Slay the Spire 1. On Ascension 20. But I'm playing on the beta branch. Also, are you playing on the beta branch? Because Doormaker is a very punishing boss on the beta branch. Like, normally their bosses and like the Act 3 bosses punish like 1 to 2 types of builds. The Doormaker pretty much punishes every type of build in the game.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Countess. If you still breathed.
That would be cool. Tom, that would be really cool. You spawn me, you carry it. You just like drag them behind you and channel them into your fist and shoot them out. He's close to beam balance? Well, he punishes like draw decks because you can't play that turn 1 or 2. Or like infinite decks, you can't play turn 1 or 2. Honestly, like the best the best deck against him is the defect 0 cost build, and you just go crazy against him on like the 3rd phase. They just tip the scale to hard. But like him exhausting your cards, like every card you play on that turn, I think it's pretty brutal. It's like really, really tough to fight. Because if you make it to turn 4 and you're like, well, I might lose like all my block right here. I think it's a fun fight. I really like the fight. Okay. Yeah, maybe I start doing tumor in these more often. From my experience. Especially if I have something like a stone quest or something. Let's go. Good stuff. I get to end the stream. It looks like nothing happened. I understand why one person said maybe I should put my wins as well, because it looks like the stream was 1 death and 1 win because of how it worked. Okay, so we're back to 1 win on the mini gauntlet, with the unfortunate news that next time I am playing Geppetto into Wukong. So hopefully I can pull some back-to-back chapter 1s. That would be nice. That would be nice. Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys being here. Tonight, the Scarlet run of the Gauntlet is going up. Could be the potential last one. Could be the end of the Gauntlet and I have to reset. We'll find out. We'll find out soon. That's going up tonight. But also stick around for the end, because I do ask for just some feedback on basically just like what you guys want to see and stuff. So I would appreciate if you guys stick to the end and hear what I say there and leave any suggestions and stuff that you have. But yeah. Yeah, I'll be catching you guys later. See you later, Tom. See you later, Katie. You watching Tip to Tip? Yes, I am. Me and my girlfriend have very much enjoyed that. It is hilarious. It is some of the best content on YouTube. It's the kind of content that I think probably everyone sees and goes, damn, I wish I could make content like that. Because it's so enjoyable. We haven't watched the last one, but yeah, we've watched it all. We've been looking forward to that so much. Honestly, it's crazy that it's even like more enjoyable than the Japan one. Even though I'm like a lot of white guys, I really like Japan and like no Japanese. So there was like a lot of that was enjoyable because I actually knew what was being said a lot of the time. But this one, and it being Chinese and them making such horrific mistakes, has been so funny, dude. It is so funny. And it's also just like awesome because they're traveling through such like a lot more rural parts of China that don't get a lot of foreigners, and so many places are like, you're the first foreigners we've seen. Like, sorry that we don't know how to talk to foreigners at our hotel. This never happens. And it's like, that shit's hilarious. I love that they don't try to play like they don't do charades when they try to speak to them, you know? Like they don't say passport and like show them and like ID photo and stuff. They just continue to say whatever they're saying in Chinese and be like, come on, man, figure it out. It's so good, dude. Tumor OP. Man, yeah, you're right. I might be doing Tumor. I might be just hop into Tumor on Geppetto, and depending on what chapter it is, because I probably am not doing Tumor chapter 3. Chapter 3 Tumor seems terrifying. But Tumor might be the way. Alright, well, I'll catch you guys later. Why is Twitch open right there? Oh, because it's window capture Twitch. Okay. Yeah, catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by stream. I'll catch you on Friday, most likely. All right, peace out. See you later, Franco.